Hi, today we're gonna use the Nomad Royal Europe palette. I'm so excited. I bought this because of the multi-chromes. I don't have very many multi-chromes in my collection, and I thought that the price of this palette for the amount of multi-chromes in it was a good deal. So I was like, oh, this is an opportunity to get 5 multi-chromes for $52 plus, you know, shadows. So I'm excited. I don't really love the idea of like royalty kind of, you know, like I get like there's a lot of castles and stuff in Europe probably, I'm assuming, I don't know, but royalty is not, the monarchy and all of that is not my thing. I do like the packaging, like it's textured. Anyways, I think I'm gonna start off with Buckingham Palace. And put it here. So how have you guys been? I've been honestly, I've been I don't know, like how that's super pigmented, like holy shit. Although my base is really still wet, you know, it's sticky, but dang. I have just been honestly in a rut with makeup and in life in general. Been enjoying having a puppy. She's getting bigger. I don't know how big she's gonna get. I don't think she's gonna get that big though. We'll see. We call her Hey Hey. Hazel is her name, but we call her Hey Hey. And from Moana. And Hey Hey means chicken. And you know, I don't know what the language is called. I'm sorry, forgive me. From like Hawaii. I'm sorry, I should know that. But she, like in Moana, the chicken eats a lot of like stones and stuff, which chickens do eat stones, by the way, but like it was just funny. And I think it was a rooster, but anyways, she likes to eat random stuff all the time. We're constantly like finding things that she's like trying to eat, and we're like, no, like what are you doing? Like why are you trying to eat that? Anyways, I think I'm gonna go into Hall of Mirrors. I'm like, she's kind of dumb. I say that in a nice way. I love her so much. And she pees with her leg up, which is also kind of funny. Yeah, she's been fun, but I will tell you a scary thing that did end up happening. So one, I will say she likes to eat everything but her food. She does not like dog food very much, and I've tried different kinds. She's still really small, so we do like wet food, and again, she's very picky and doesn't really like it, but she loves human food, and she will do anything she can not to eat her dog food and just fill up on human food. And we try not to encourage that, but one night we did give her some pepperoni, and apparently it sent her into a, she's, hey. Speaking of the puppy, here she is. Hi, hey. Oh, she's nervous. It's because she's Chihuahua. Oh, yes, I love you. Yes, hi, Maui. I love you too. He's harder to pick up. Anyways, it sent her into like tremors, and she started walking like she was drunk and was like very lethargic, and we didn't know it was from the pepperoni, right? But so we sent her, I'm gonna go into Buckingham Palace, so we sent her to the vet, and come to find out, my 10 itches, come to find out, dogs are like, salt is not good for dogs. It's actually poisonous or toxic to them, and I didn't know that. Yeah, so because she's so little, it doesn't take very much salt to give her, because she's so little, it doesn't take much salt to send her into like that toxicity, salt toxicity. I think I'm going to go into Pinna Palace. This one. I don't think I said that right. Anyways, so she got really sick, and there's not much they can do besides IV fluids and kind of like waiting it out. So it was scary. She was fine the next day, luckily. She did vomit some of it up, so I think that was helpful. They could have made her vomit too, but because she had already vomited before we took her in, they didn't like induce vomit. So yeah, don't feed your dog salt, especially if they're tiny, because it does not take much at all and it can kill them. It was scary. Lesson learned the hard way. My face is so itchy. I'm gonna go into Palace of Versailles. These shades are so pigmented, you guys. I don't know if I remember any of my Nomad palettes being this pigmented. I'm kind of liking it. I feel like they're more pigmented than my other Nomad palettes. But yeah, it was sad, and we felt really, really terrible, you know, about it. So don't do it. If you already knew, like, that's great. Like, I know about like grapes, right? I know about raisins, which are grapes, and chocolate and all of that, but I did not know that. I'm gonna go back into the Buckingham Palace. I did not know about salt. Because it's not, I don't feel like that's very advertised. So yeah, but maybe it is and I just don't know. So luckily she's fine. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, I've gained 10 pounds. So I am getting back on track today, starting today. This is the first time I've weighed myself in months, because I kind of already knew, and now I really know. And so getting back on track, going for it. I'm gonna go into the Hall of Mirrors. I've just been so depressed, you guys, and just struggling really bad with everything, my self-worth and all of that bullshit. So I'm excited for some nice weather, let me tell you what. And then I got sick for 2 weeks, pretty much 2 weeks. and I didn't go to the gym. So I went to the gym yesterday, and I'm gonna get back on track to that. And I'm excited. I'm gonna go into the lighter shade, the Palace of Versailles. But once the weather is nice on my lunch break, I'll probably start running the track again. So I'm excited for some nicer weather. Like, I'll run in the rain. I just need it to be a little bit nicer. Yeah, this palette is super freaking pigmented, you guys. Like, holy shit. I love it. I will say, with this color story, I really wish, because these browns here, I think I probably have in my Haunted Europe palette from Nomad, or very similar. At least that's what it reminds me of. I do really wish that maybe, I know, unpopular opinion, that one of them was black, because these are multi-chromes, and like black with multi-chromes is such a good thing in my opinion, and I just really would have enjoyed that. But you know, I need to clean my brushes. I'm gonna take some glitter glue, which is almost gone. I really need to buy some more. Oh my god, speaking of buying more glitter primer, I was in the drugstore. Okay, look, I don't go to Target very often. I know, what a shame. And I don't go to Walmart very often either. I especially Walmart. But when I do go to Walmart and I do look at their beauty section, I feel like ours is just so, I don't know, limited. I need to poke a hole in it. I don't feel like we have very much makeup there. And so it's, I don't know, not very fun. And Target has more, but again, I really don't go to Target very often, and I still don't feel like it's that much. But the other day I was at Fred Meyer. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the Blue de France. I don't know. Okay, you guys, I don't know. And I was like awestruck. I was like, oh my gosh, there is so much makeup here at Fred Meyer. And I was looking at drugstore prices, and I literally looked at Amy and was like, and pretended to faint, because it was just like so expensive. Like, I could not believe I'm gonna flip the brush over and go into the St. Edward's Crown. This one. I just could not believe the prices. Like, a Milani palette was $22. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, that's just insane. Like, $22 for a Milani palette? No, thank you. Like, blushes were like $12 and $15, and like, I could not believe it. I was just shocked. I'm gonna go into Royal Treasure. I'll show you what that one is in just a second, but I think it might make there's a lot of fallout with this palette, by the way. I will say there is fallout, which does not bother me. But yeah, I just could not believe those prices. I'm like, I will just stick with buying indie brands and like other like Beauty Bay and stuff instead of those at those prices. This is what I put in my inner corner. which is the shade that I really wanted because it's like a green pink. I'm super stoked about it. Anyways, I am going to go off camera, finish everything up, and then I'll show you the finished look. And of course, I'll give you a lovely picture of my eye up close. Okay. Okay guys, this is the finished look. Thanks for joining me on this adventure and chatting with me and listening to me complain. This lipstick makes my lips look really small. I don't like that. Normally don't have an issue. Let's add some lip gloss. Maybe that'll help make my lips look a little bit more full. I think that actually helps. It's one of the things that I like using a lip gloss for, is to make my lips look like they're bigger than they really are. Yeah. I think that helped. Am I crazy? Let me know down below. I know, I'm crazy. Okay, so I really like this palette. The shadows I used for my brow bone highlight, I used that inner corner, and I don't think that was a good idea because it is a black based, you know, multi-chrome, so it does look like I threw some black on my eyebrow, my brow bone in certain lights, but whatever. I will say that these shadows are super pigmented. I don't remember Nomad's shadows being this pigmented at all. So I do kind of like that. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know, but I feel like they were more pigmented than normal. But I haven't bought any new palettes from them in a long time. I think the newest one that I have is the Haunted Europe. So yeah, it's been a long time. I do wish that those neutral colors weren't in it and that they just went all color or added black and a white. Especially since these shadows, there are a couple of shades that look very similar in my opinion, like the Pina Place and Great Hall. I think that those will blend into each other and not have much of a gradient. But overall, I really love it, and I think that the multi-chromes are pretty and very smooth and very nice, and for the price, like, you can't beat that for a multi-chrome. And I don't have very many multi-chromes, so I can't like tell you if they're like bomb.com for multi-chromes or compare them, but I really do think they're gorgeous, and I love the jewel tones in this palette. Oh, you know what? I wish that those browns were greens. I'm gonna have to pair this palette with some greens. Those multi-chromes, like the green, the Royal Orb and Imperial Crown, and even the Royal Treasure that has like a pink to green shift, would look really good with greens. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, anyways, thanks for joining me on this adventure, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.